Tyler Patterson. Course 14048, Dr. Williams, Augusta Tech, psychology, PowerPoint. I chose to do my PowerPoint on Bender Bending Rodriguez. He's a bending unit number 22 from unit 1729, serial number 2716057, and he's a male. You'll know him from Futurama. And here's the theme for it. Bender is a 4-year-old bending unit employed by Planet Express, which is an intergalactic shipping company. As a robot, Bender will be hard to diagnose, yet his emotions are displayed at a hyper level, making him a little more human than most robots. Bender is a high-tech industrial metalworking robot who was built in 2996 at Fabrica Robotica della Madre, which is Mom's Robot Factory. It's a facility-friendly robot company from Tijuana, Mexico. Bender was programmed for cold bending structural steel, which he later attended Mars University, where he majored in bending and minored in Robo-American studies. He was part of Epsilon Rho Rho ERR robot fraternity. Throughout the series, he enters many relationships, varying duration. He is commonly referred to as a womanizer by his friends. Does not seem to discriminate between human or woman, or robot or fembot counterparts, and it shows actively pursuing both. Bender has a comorbidity of disorders, which is an overlapping of disorders. And here's just a few things that Bender does in his natural day-to-day occurrences.
What better way to start things off than by telling people to bite your shiny metal, well, you know. Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 worst crimes Bender has committed.
Kill all humans. Must kill all humans.
Bender, wake up! For this list, we're looking at some of the most heinous things Bender has done, whether it was out of sheer negligence and hostility, or because he just thought it was funny.
That's her, officers! That's the woman who programmed me for evil!
Number 10. Breaking up with the ship. This relationship was about as disastrous as the Titanic. Get it? No, really, this was pretty bad. In the episode Love and Rocket, Bender hooks up with the Planet Express spaceship after its operating system is given a sexy female voice.
If you don't like the stations, you could just play with my buttons till you find something we both enjoy. Oh, gosh, that came out all wrong.
Too late, baby. You said it. So what'll it be? My place or you?
Things take a turn for the worse when the ship wants to get serious, and Bender begins leading her on. It isn't until the middle of a dangerous delivery that Bender finally breaks up with the ship.
This might not be the best time, but, well, I really like you and whatever, but I think we should just be friends.
Which isn't exactly the most appropriate time to do so, but we suppose better late than never, maybe?
What crazy thing am I gonna date next?
Number 9. Posting pictures of Amy online. If our internet were like the VR version we see in Futurama, we'd probably witness a lot more heinous things than our few measly tabs allow us to focus on.
Good news, everyone. Several years ago, I tried to log on to AOL, and it just went through.
Amy got to experience this firsthand in the episode A Bicyclops Built for Two, when the Planet Express crew steps inside the web to have some fun.
Behold, the internet!
My God, it's full of ads.
However, Amy soon finds lewd photos of herself and learns that Bender was the one who leaked them. Not only that, he cropped Amy's face over Leela's body. Way to kill two birds with one stone, Bender.
Hey, that's me!
No, it isn't. I just took some pictures of your face and stuck them on someone else's body.
Hey!
Number 8. Making the entire world drunk. After putting the professor's replicator machine inside his chest, Bender gains the ability to reproduce miniature versions of himself and uses them to do his tasks while he lazes around.
Fold these two sweaters. I'm sorry. Do you see a robot in this room named Folder? Damn, you're cute.
Of course, it all gets out of hand when the miniature versions start replicating themselves for the same reason.
Yep.
The Benders eventually get so small that they're able to restructure molecules and proceed to turn the world's supply of water into alcohol. Bender gets an infinite supply of fuel, while the entire world stumbles and slurs like a pack of drunkards.
Hey, you. Good evening. Who are you calling drunk? You're not drunk, I'm drunk.
That's right, Linda. Water is not now booze.
He may have saved Earth from a monster, but after putting everyone through a terrible hangover, we're surprised he hasn't been dismantled yet. Number 7. Cheating on Iron Cook. One of Bender's aspirations in life is to be a great, well-respected chef whose dishes are as good as Elzar's.
Brace yourselves. Bender is making us brunch. Oh, God, my tract.
But when he asks Elzar to teach him, the celebrity chef refuses, and Bender is forced to seek help from Helmut Spargle, a once reputable chef who seeks revenge against Elzar.
Spargle, you're fired. We need a chef who can attract today's younger, more extreme cooking show viewer. Elzar! Get lost, old man. Bam! Mein souffle!
As Spargle dies, ironically from Bender's horrible cooking, he hands him a bottle of mysterious liquid, saying it will help him win the Iron Cook challenge.
And using this, you cannot fail.
Bender could have tried winning on his own merits, but to no one's surprise, he cheats with the magic ingredient. He also may not have known that the liquid was just water laced with LSD at the time, but that doesn't take away from the fact that the robot still willingly gave himself an unfair advantage and allowed himself to win the competition on an immoral basis.
The Challenger's ugly food has shown us that even hideous things can be sweet on the inside.
Number 6. Giving a PSA. The last thing Bender should ever get is a platform to speak his own thoughts.
Down with Bender! Down with Bender!
Good thing he doesn't have Twitter. Alas, it was only a matter of time before we got a spotlight on TV. In the appropriately named episode, Bender should not be allowed on TV, the foul-mouthed robot gives a PSA regarding his behavior.
Do smoking and drinking on TV really make me cool? Of course they do. How about committing crimes and violence? Again, the answer is yes.
Predictably, instead of telling kids to not be impressionable and commit crimes, he tells them that smoking and violence is cool and that parents should abuse their kids. How does Bender live with himself without any moral compass?
Have you ever tried simply turning off the TV, sitting down with your children, and hitting them?
Number 5. Spilling oil. You'd think that a sad Bender would somehow be less dangerous, but you'd be wrong.
Would you cram a sock in it, Bender? Those aren't even metals. They're bottle caps and pepperoni slices.
While delivering a tank filled with dark matter, Bender gets into a heated argument with Fry, which makes him depressed and causes him to get sober.
Captain, please, have some liquor. You robots need alcohol to function.
As a result, he carelessly flies the tanker onto Pluto, collides with an iceberg, and spills all of the dark matter fuel into the water. And to think, all of this was because of a fight with a friend. At least this was one of the few instances where Bender learned some kind of lesson and was punished for his misdeeds.
Son, as your lawyer, I declare y'all are in a 12-piece bucket of trouble. But I done struck you a deal. 5 hours of community service, cleaning up that old mess you caused.
5 hours? Oh, man!
Number 4. Stealing the Miss Universe tiara. Given that Bender is a standard bending unit and therefore mass-produced, you would think that he'd be able to frame other units for his crimes with little trouble. Unsurprisingly, he's done it before in the episode The Lesser of Two Evils, where he meets Flexo, another bending unit whose only unique feature is a metal goatee. When Flexo joins the crew to deliver a piece of jumbonium for the Miss Universe pageant, Bender takes advantage of Fry's mistrust towards Flexo to steal the atom.
Bender, lock down the ship. Don't let Flexo escape.
Aye, aye, Captain. It appears that Flexo has outwitted us all, especially me.
Bender.
In other words, he used his best friend's stupidity for his own personal gain. How low can Bender get?
You stole the atom?
Yeah, but I can explain. It's very valuable. I saw him snatch it while Fry was asleep. That's why I ran to tell Bob Barker.
Number 3, ruining everyone's heaven.
As you can see, those how he acts in his everyday life.
After the
We're going to say that he has narcissistic personality disorder, or NPD. He has self-importance, exaggerates his achievements, talents, and says he wants to kill all humans and rule the world, which he never truly acts on. He's showing he's not inherently dangerous. He fantasizes of, or he has fantasies of wealth, vanity, and unrealistic success. Sense of entitlement and unrealistic expectations, arrogant attitude. He also exhibits kleptomania, powerful urges to steal items, feeling arousal and leading up to or after theft, feeling pleasure or gratification while stealing. Bender gets really excited and is pleased with his actions after he steals. He has an addiction to drinking and smoking. He expresses lack of control, and it further shows his inability to stay away from alcohol or smoking. He ignores major risk factors, which is another symptom. When we first meet Bender in the very first episode of Futurama, he enters a suicide booth where he meets Fry. The treatments for narcissistic personality disorder, while there's no medication for the disorder, there are treatments out there like support groups, counseling, psychology, family therapy, and group psychotherapy. For kleptomania, also group therapy. There's a medication, naltrexone, which is an opioid antagonist, which reduces the heightened feeling of pleasure while stealing, and antidepressants like your selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors would help with that as well. For his addiction for drinking and smoking, I would recommend that he would find some nicotine replacements like Chantix or Nicoderm, exercise, group therapy, specialized alcohol detox program, which would also help with the smoking, and counseling. And that's the works cited. This concludes my presentation.